Good day. Welcome everyone. Have you ever wondered about how to respond to people when they hurt you? Along my journey, I have encountered people who have wanted me to react a certain way instead of responding the way that I should when they're trying to hurt me. So I want to thank you for joining me by the tree of life, with the birds chirping, with the sun beaming down, kissing us on the cheek, the wind waving in, breathing in that awesome oxygen. So I've come up with 5 ways to respond when someone is trying to hurt you. We need to take back our power and to really tap into our confidence, to feel that tranquility, to remain calm in situations when someone is trying to hurt us. And the first thing that we can do is to recognize that the offense is what it is. We need to recognize the offense for what it is, because when we ask ourselves questions like, did this person hurt us on purpose, or was this an accident? That is crucial in going about the situation. Because first we need to know, am I being attacked on purpose? Are they trying to hurt me on accident? Because once we do that, we allow ourselves to have a certain awareness, to go about the situation, to remain calm, and to step back and evaluate those things that we need to evaluate, to comprehend what we're seeing, what we're feeling, what we're thinking. And that is the second key, which is to react. Never. They want us to react. We need to respond, don't react. Because when you respond, instead of reacting, you can take a pause and you can give yourself greater control and perspective over what's going on. Like I said before, to give yourself that confidence and that awareness to evaluate what's going on. They are either intentionally or unintentionally trying to hurt you. And we need to break that down. We need to figure out what's going on and what we need to do about it. Especially when someone is trying to hurt us. Because we need to respond. We don't need to react. We need to be open to interpretation of what's going on. And we can do that. That's the beauty of it. We have the ability to comprehend what's going on in front of us by taking that step back, to respond the way we need to instead of reacting the way they want us. The third thing that we can do is to adopt an attitude of bridge building. When we build the bridge together instead of attacking or retreating, then we can tap into the authenticity of the conversation of building something instead of something being broken down. When it's broken down, then there can be some consequences of effects that we don't want to have. We want to keep the peace because we do not want to hurt ourselves. That will affect our health. So by keeping the peace and adopting an attitude of can-do, we can build this bridge together instead of remaining separate to break ourselves down. We can come together and find a solution instead of attacking that person, or instead of that person trying to attack us, or them retreating, or we retreating. So we can do these things. We can incorporate these things to respond to someone when they're trying to hurt us. The wind waving and agreeing. How marvelous. So once we have recognized the offenses for what, because we want to respond instead of react, we want to adopt an attitude where we can build the bridge, not have the bridge break down. We want to apologize if we've acted wrongly, which is the 4th key. We want to apologize if we've acted wrongly, because if we don't, it's possible that we could fall into a false part of guilt, which is a trap. Because once we respond, instead of reacting, we give ourselves the power of taking the confidence that we have and putting it right on the table of gaining a better perspective. We can adopt an attitude of bridge building instead of the bridge breaking down. We can also apologize for the wrongful doings or things that we've said. Because if you apologize for acting wrongly, but don't fall into their trap or guilt, then you know that you can achieve enlightenment, the abundance that you deserve, because you were possibly attacked and you were a victim, you were a target. And apologizing for your wrongful doings will help you. But if you did nothing wrong, you could fall into the trap of guilt, like a spider's web. And it's really hard to get out of that. So, once you incorporate that, then you can find inner peace, that tranquility, that calmness inside of you that breaks any kind of boundaries of feeling like you're a bad person, especially when someone hurt you. You were the victim. Hurt people will hurt other people. So be cautious of that. And the fifth key to remember, the fifth concept, is to remember that you may just be the target of someone's anger and not the ultimate source of it. They could be having a bad day or simply locked in on you and came up to you and did horrible things. And that's not your fault. You were a victim. You were a target. Because of the way that they were feeling, they hurt you. Hurt people hurt other people. So I wanted to thank you for understanding these key concepts of avoiding being a victim and how to respond when someone hurts you. Because you do not have to give them control if they hurt you. You can remember that you may just be a target because of someone's anger, because of someone's insecurity. And you may not be the ultimate source of that. So give yourself a pat on the back for being kind to yourself, for understanding that you can have the tools to help go about these situations. Because if you did nothing wrong, karma is a boomerang. When you throw it, it comes back to you in a positive way. But if you do the same thing in a negative sense, it's going to come back and it's really going to hurt you. So even when someone's trying to hurt you, remain positive, because you know you're a good person, because you know that people are trying to have you react a certain way, but you can respond. You can recognize the offenses for what it is. You can adapt an attitude where you can build the bridge instead of the bridge breaking down. You can apologize for any wrongful doings if you have made any. And you can remember that you possibly were a target because of someone's feelings and they're responsible for them. So I wanted to thank you for joining me by the Tree of Life, with the birds chirping, with the wind waving in, and the sun kissing us on the cheek. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this experience. I am so proud of you for understanding these key concepts. And I'll see you again next time on Calmness and Tranquility. Have a beautiful day.